Hopefully they don't fall. I said, hopefully they don't fall. You know how you be doing this.
No, I already hit live.
I did too. Nobody on here.
Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. TikTok, you don't stop. I will help you make your paper stack. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now? 205-964-5243. Yep. 205-964-5243. Now you know.
You're so dramatic. You are so dramatic. Oh my God.
Hey, I love brilliance when it's presented to me. We had a hold the mic issue, and it was solved last night by Adria on the Flippanar. So I went to Michael's, and hey, don't that look better than what we had before? So yeah. She's your queen to be, your every emotion. Oh boy, so yeah. Hey, so we solved the mic problem. So boom. Anyway, so Flip Man's Daily Live, wholesaling real estate without using your cash or credit. aka Fliptainment, morning, afternoon Q&A. We got Flippanar.com here. You can go to the site. I don't remember the guy's name, but he actually put my videos in playlists based on the topics. So you can go there and it somewhat gives some organization to the videos. So go to Flippanar.com. If you need your properties comp for free, you need an ARV for as of now, you can go to comps101.com and submit the address. We'll send you back a video telling you what we think the ARV is. So that can help a lot of people out because a lot of people struggle with ARV. You know, what will the house appraise for an extra condition, aka after repair value. Okay. On the screen, if you're on YouTube or Facebook, you see the Twitch Periscope. You can see the banner there that says, to win $1,000, text the word STEMMY. STEMMY is spelled STIMMY to the 205-964-5243. So what I decided last night, just off the cuff, is that we're going to give away $1,000 every Thursday for the next 5 weeks to 5 different people on the Thursday evening Flippanars, which are at 8 p.m. Eastern. All right. So to join in, you obviously text the word STEMMY to the phone number. A lot of you already have done. Appreciate it that have participated. Now, if you want to increase your chances of winning, do this: share the video, friend, family member, whoever. Increase your chances of winning. I'm assuming if they win, they'll, do the right thing or whatever. So if you want to increase your chances of winning, share it with others that you may potentially partner with or whatever. Because ideally, the STEMMY is to jumpstart your wholesale business. Now, you can do whatever you want to with the money. I'm just saying what you should do or whatever. So make sure you like it also when you share it, and you make sure you follow us and on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notification so you are alerted whenever we go live and post new videos. All right, if you want a copy of the contract that I've been using since 2003, text the word contract to that number, 205-964-5243. Get that free. Show you how to fill it out for sellers and buyers. If you want the script to talk to sellers, text the word script to that number. Need a cash buyers list before you start to even look for deals. Or if you already have a deal in place, text the word cash. Show you how to build a cash buyers list. If you're out driving for dollars and you can't figure out who owns that property, text the word vacant. Vacant to the number. You want to join my Facebook group, Wholesaling Real Estate with the Flip Man. Then text the word group to the number. Probate leads, trying to build a probate lead. You want to go down that lane as far as lead generation. Text the word probate. Text messaging, which I'm gonna have a video updating the new text messaging laws coming down the pipeline next week. It ain't bad as you think or whatever, especially for most of us. But text the word text, and we'll show you the proper way of texting. All right. What else did I leave out? Okay, in the CRM, if you want to manage your leads, you want to be able to separate your text messaging leads, your cold calling leads, your driving for dollar leads, bandit sign leads, door knocking leads, other wholesalers. Need a way of separating them because you want to see what's working, what's not working. So you can do more of what's working and improve on what's not working. You'll be able to communicate with potential motivated sellers through text message, ringless voicemail, email, and what my favorite part is through phone call, through just a touch of a button, and you can the conversation will be recorded or whatever. So now you can refer back to it if you missed something or the tone of the call. Or if you got someone partnering with you or a VA working with you, you can listen to their conversation, see if they're doing what they're supposed to do or even doing what they're supposed to do at all. All right. So text CRM to the 205-964-5243. Also, you can build a cash buyer's pipeline. So now whenever you get a deal, you can blast it out to everyone through the email, ringless voicemail, what else is it called? Text message, or you can obviously call them. So CRM to the number that's on my shirt. Okay, the topic of today, who pays closing costs? Should have said that in the beginning, but again, remember the STEMI. If you want to win that $1,000 on June 3rd, the first $1,000 giveaway, text STEMI to the number, STIMMY. All right. Who pays closing costs? All right, now you have two contracts in place the way I do it anyway. You're gonna have a contract with the seller and you, a purchase and sales agreement that's saying you're gonna buy the house. They're the seller, you're the buyer. And the closing costs, a portion of my contract that I give away and that I use, it says buyer will pay all closing costs minus any unpaid taxes, mortgages, or liens. All right, what does that mean? What is closing costs? First of all, closing costs is, number one, paying the title company to search the property. To do a title search to see, do they really own the property? Do they owe anyone? Do they owe anyone and it's attached to the property? That's basically what a title search is, right? Assuming that comes back that they own the property, they bought it the correct way to get ownership, and whatever they owe is disclosed, and the price that they gave you covers what they owe. Normally, that's the way people give you a price. They're going to at least give you a price that covers what they owe and maybe some more on top of that. All right, so that covers that cost. That's closing costs. Now, someone has to actually close the deal, do all the paperwork. I'm sorry, one other thing. The title company also provides title insurance. And basically that is saying the title company is saying, hey, everything we said was correct, but if it comes back that is not correct, we'll give you your money back. Basically, in a nutshell, that's sort of what it means. Okay. So, and then you have to have someone actually close the deal. Whereas that's an attorney or the title company, or however it's done in your state or whatever, then that's a fee also. So that's closing costs for the most part. Now you get in when there's a loan involved, there's other things, but these are cash transactions. That's the simple closing cost fees. All right. So you say, I don't have $1,000. We'll say, well, how much the closing cost actually is? Sometimes it can be anywhere from, we'll say $500 up to $2,000, just depending on where you are, or more or less. All right. So you say, well, I don't have that. Well, you don't have to worry about it because your buyer normally pays it. And even if you don't have it and you close the deal, the buyer really still is paying. It'll just come out of your money, right? Say if the buyer say, hey, I'm not going to pay the closing cost of $1,500. But if you're about to make $15,000 and we'll say, I'll pay it. Instead of you getting $15,000 at closing, you'll get $13,500, right? But normally the buyer pays it because you fed them such a great deal, right? And so, so whenever you do the contract with your buyer, you are the seller and the buyer is the buyer, and that contract says the same thing, assuming you're using my contract. Buyer will pay all closing costs minus any unpaid taxes, mortgages, liens. So what that means is that first contract where you said you were going to pay it transfers over to the buyer actually paying. Again, it is negotiable. Sometimes they won't pay it all, but for the most part, they'll pay it all or whatever, because they know they're getting a great deal and they want to continue to do business with you or whatever. So the buyer normally pays closing costs. Who's next?
All right. It feels so weird to hold this. Okay,
You're a singer. You're probably used to that.
I mean, yeah, but I'm not singing right now. Okay, this one's from Liz from YouTube. She said, "Hi, Flipman. I live in Virginia. Would I have to make or change anything to your one-page wholesale contract to use in Virginia?"
No, ma'am. It'll work there.
All right, Mark Anthony Masters said, "Happy Friday to the Flip family." Kimberly and Keith from Facebook. Oh, she said, "Stimmy, text that word to the number 205-964-5243 and you'll get all the info you need." Let's see. This person said, "Damn, I was about to get in the shower." I'm sorry. You can still get in the shower.
Take your phone in there with you.
Yeah,
It
we can
may
just
not be
listen.
loud enough. Depends, you know.
Yeah,
I do it all the time, but I got a speaker in my. Yeah.
that's what I was about to say. Hook it up to the speaker.
Yeah.
Derek Bailey said, "What's up, time?"
What's up, man?
Miss Jennifer Nicole said, "Hey, Flip Bestie, I'm here."
What's up, Mr. Cole?
All right. Ayo Revillo. Hopefully I said that right, from YouTube. They said, "How do you get your closing instructions form and cold call script?"
Text. Oh, I forgot about those. Text the word close
I thought you said it.
to. I didn't say that. I said script. Text the
Okay.
word close to the number 205-964-5243 and text the word script to the same number. You get access to both.
All right. Anye Bledsoe. He said, Is that WhatsApp thingy legit?" She said, sorry, I made that mistake before.
WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, very legit. Yeah. Yeah, it's a great communication tool, especially internationally. When you're dealing with somebody internationally, it makes it easier for them to communicate with you.
Okay, Eric Carney said, "What up, Flipanthropist and them ladies of Flipness? Today is my mukbang."
Okay,
All right.
that's what's up.
What you eating?
What you eating, sir?
Okay. The Wardens said, "Is wholesaling about to get banned?"
I don't know. I can't imagine being banned, and maybe some changes or whatever, but banned, yeah.
All right, this is on Instagram. It's Christina_ said, "I've been using your one-page contract for years." And this is also on Instagram.
Oh, that's great. I
Yeah,
love
she's
it.
just making a statement.
Yeah, I love it. Love it.
All right, this is on Instagram as well. Flipman, I have a question. Is there any reason why my 80-year-old seller is asking me to do a title search on his 2 properties he wants to sell to me? I just think it was kind of unusual.
Well, they just probably understand the process of buying and selling real estate. He's just asking you, when are you going to get it into motion? No, that's not strange at all. He just understands the process of buying and selling real estate or whatever.
All right, this is also on Instagram. How do you calculate an ARV for a home that will be 9 to 10 tore down to build a new construction?
Well, it'll be based on construction costs as far as, I guess, not really renovation costs, but construction costs or whatever. And what the ARV is still boils down to that. ARV, what it's going to cost to construct a new house, and so on, or whatever. Hopefully it's an area where they're building new houses, or it's a higher end area and you're getting that lot, because that's really what you're buying at a really good price. So a new construction is justified, with what you're getting on the contract for.
All right, this is on TikTok. Someone said, "Hey, I hope you're having a great day. How can I pray for you?" That was
Need every one of them you can do. Just start now.
all right. This person on Instagram said, "I don't have a
I know
car."
whose days was a God.
This person on Instagram said, I don't have a car. Will I still be able to wholesale?
Oh, most definitely. It may make it a little more difficult. Well, yes, you can. What you can do is you can build that cash buyers list. Text the word cash. I'll show you how to build a cash buyers list. And now you can just target other wholesalers' properties and feed your cash buyers list. That doesn't require a car.
All right. Big K from YouTube said, are you guys randomly picking 5 people for the stimmy?
We are. It's basically a lottery without you having spending money, so it's legal.
Yeah. Okay, Clarencia Hudson from YouTube said, happy
Claire.
Friday, Flipman.
What's happening, Claire?
All right, Kevin Frazier from YouTube said, is it hard to wholesale right now due to the market? Houses are extremely overpriced.
No, that's a good thing. That means you make more money. You're looking at it from what you can see marketed by real estate agents. That's not our world. That's the end game in a lot of cases. But the way we find deals, no, that's a good thing. If houses are overpriced, guess what that means? Buyers are willing to overpay. Cash buyers, I mean.
Bigger checks.
Yeah, bigger checks. No, it's a good thing.
All right, Eric Carney said he's eating sushi today.
Oh man, that sounds good.
You like sushi?
Y'all don't? It's not raw. Well, depending on what you get. Depending on what you get. No, I normally just do crunchy shrimp. I don't think it's raw. I'm thinking the shrimp. I know it's not raw. I know it's not raw. But you could do one with vegetables. You know what I'm saying? You know.
I'm not a huge fan of the seaweed wrap. I like the soy wrap.
I don't even know I don't even know the difference. So.
Okay. Let's see. Anya Bledsoe said, sorry, I'm talking about the guy you referred people to in the comments. His name is George Soros.
I referred to the George Soros?
Yeah. They were asking about the WhatsApp, and then you said something about him, maybe? Okay. All right.
George Soros. That name sounds to me. Eric, what type of sushi are you eating, by the way, since we were?
He said tempura.
What's in that? I've seen it. I've seen the word.
It's real country around here. We don't know.
I've seen that before. I just want to know what's in. I never investigate. I have seen that phrase or that term that's described a particular sushi. Speaks for yourself.
Okay. This one said, what's a good way to find cash buyers fast? What questions to ask them to filter them out?
Well, if you text the word cash to the number, I explain how to build a buyer's list fast. Probably one of the faster ways outside of spending a little money to build a list is just have a great deal. That's one of the fastest ways to build a buyer's list. But generally speaking, cash buyers talk in terms of speed, right? When you ask them the question, how fast do you normally close? If they start talking anything more than as soon as we can get a clear title, or they may tell you, hey, I have a lender that, hard money lender that's different, their process. So it may be, up to 21 days, that's reasonable or whatever. But generally they're going to talk in speed. And they're not going to hesitate on $1,000, $2,000 earnest money deposit or whatever. So.
All right, this is on Instagram. I have 33 acres under contract in Cumberland County, North Carolina. Have you heard of that?
I haven't. I haven't. So how? Well, I don't want to. He might not want to tell us how much. But let's say this: what is the assessed value for? What does the county say it's worth? And do you have it at least half of that price or less?
All right.
What was this person letting us know?
Maybe he's asking if we're interested.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm asking. Yeah. So.
All right. This is also on Instagram. How do you possibly calculate new construction? Should I just do an average price of all the homes in the neighborhood?
No, it's still the same thing. If there's new construction going on in the area, you'll have new construction to compare it to. That's it. Now, if there's no new construction in the area, right, what's the ARV in that area? And I can tell you if you're wasting your time or not. based on the square footage or not, because normally new construction go from as little as $100 a square foot to between $100 and $200 a square foot. So basically, 1,000 square foot house would cost $100,000 to build. If it's a $70,000 neighborhood, then that's not something that you should pursue. But if it's a $300,000 neighborhood, then it goes up, and then again, it still depends on the square footage, so.
So for the people who wanted to know about the sushi, so for you, that means it's fried shrimp sushi.
It's fried? Mm-hmm. Okay, all right, good. Okay, I just normally crump. No, because it's sushi. They call it crump. What I know, and it's different in places you go. They may call I'm saying crunchy shrimp. It may be called something else in a different market. That's what it's called here in Birmingham. I can go any place that serves sushi and say crunchy shrimp. They know what I want or whatever. That's been my experience anyway. That's the only thing I get. I've done the what it be just vegetables, I guess technically, or whatever. It's cool. Cause the shrimp is so small, it don't even really matter that you got any in there, really. Cause the amount that's in that small ball or roll, it don't even matter.
We should go to Syrian.
Who? Where is that?
On South Side, next to Jiminy.
Oh, you mean? Oh, okay. Okay, I know what you're talking about. I've tried to go. A couple times I tried to go in there. For some reason, I turned around at the door each time. I'm not sure why.
It don't really be packed no more.
Okay.
COVID.
This is just a follow up. When you ask him what's the ARV, he said 750, but the house that he's looking at is 750,000. The house he's looking at is probably going to get torn down. That's why he said.
So it's a $750,000 neighborhood.
Yeah.
But what are you getting it for then? What are you getting that lot for then? That is a better way of saying it. And what's the normal square footage size in that area?
Okay, Alan Curry from YouTube said, have you done deals in rural areas? And if so, how successful have you been?
I haven't. I don't even pursue them. It just, you don't even have anything. You don't even have anything to compare to, because the sales are so few and in between in small populated areas. That means you're probably not going to have any buyers. I'm not saying real estate transactions don't happen in those areas. You can't live off those.
Yeah.
Now, it could be a rural area, could be, well, technically, it's just that when you say rural, you still could be close to a metropolitan area, right? Because, like, I don't know, parts of Montevallo or just that can be rural, but you technically still in Birmingham, even though it's probably 30 plus minutes away. That's technically still Birmingham or whatever. So depending on what part,
Montevallo, you think so?
That's Shelby County. So that's technically.
I got you.
Yeah, they if someone was in Montevallo, that may be a little far. Let me use the better. Helena. We'll say Helena. So Alabaster. If I lived in Alabaster and I traveled to Chicago and they said, where are you from? I'm not gonna say Alabaster. I'm gonna say Birmingham. Yeah. And most cities are like that. You may live in another municipality of the larger city or whatever. You'll say, no, I'm from Atlanta. Or you may live in, I don't know, Gwinnett or whatever. So,
It kind of helped Montevallo because the school was down there.
Yeah.
But if that went down there.
Yeah. What you say about that place? You said about Tuscaloosa. University of Alabama wasn't there. Well, what would it be?
Nothing.
Okay, yeah.
But when you're a winner. John Weiser from YouTube said, if you have a home that is bigger with no comps within 1.5 miles, how would you find the ARV? Do you just take the average in take the average in that subdivision or what?
Okay, if it's a house that's much bigger than what's the norm there, use the norm. Use the house right next door to it. If that's a house that's of the normal size. And then you just adjust from there or whatever. Because especially in some neighborhoods, you'll see a mansion in, basically we'll say the hood. They just overbuilt. They could never get the money they spend in that house. It'll be we'll just use my market. it'll be a $60,000 neighborhood, but they got 4,000 square feet. They could never sell that house for what, just based on price per square foot. Never.
Okay.
So use a normal size house in there and then just adjust a little bit.
All right, Aaron C from YouTube said, make sure y'all get some bandit signs out this weekend. It's a holiday weekend, so some of those signs will have an extra day's worth of eyes on them.
Great tip.
All right.
Great tip.
Trying to tell you.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Joy Martin from YouTube said, hey, Ty and ladies, first possible deal ever with a realtor. How does that work? He sent me the seller's disclosure and pics. How does he get paid, or is it through my wholesale assignment fee?
Normally, they try to get paid depending on the state you're in. If they can, they're going to try to get paid from you and the seller. I just hope it's a deal.
Right.
You know what you're doing. I always recommend newbies avoid realtors, but hey, it can be done, but you got to know what you're doing. So, again, if it's a dual state where they can double dip on the seller and the buyer side, they're going to try to get paid from you and them.
Mm-hmm. All right, Big K from YouTube said, when virtually wholesaling, will the seller and buyer meet at closing? Can that ruin a deal?
It could ruin a deal, but in most cases, it's done from my experience. You know, the seller's getting what they agreed upon. The buyer's getting what you agreed upon. Everybody's normally very happy that day. Everybody's either making some money that day or potentially making some money in the future. Everybody's happy. You just have to manage it. The seller, that's this first time the seller and the buyer ever met, you and the buyer have probably talked a number of times. And when you walk into the place, hey, I'm going to introduce you as my capital partner. Say, they're cool with it or whatever. Boom. Hey, this is my capital partner on this deal. Mr. Johnson, here's Mr. Wilson. Sit down, sign everything. Title company passes the seller the check, or attorney passes the seller the check. Pass you your check. Get the keys. Out of there. Who's next?
All right, you kind of already answered this, but this is on Instagram. They said, do you target high populated areas or low populated areas?
High. You wanted more people, more problems, more motivated sellers, period. You got more divorce going on. You got more death going on. You got more people losing their jobs or loss of income. More tired landlords, more relocation, just life. You got more life going on, more life issues with heavily populated areas, which means a lot of real estate is there also. It's just a numbers game. So it's more people, more opportunity, period.
All right, this is just a statement on TikTok.
Temperature about 100.
Real Richard F. Glenn said, closed my first deal thanks to you.
Who is this?
Real Richard F. Glenn.
He did what?
He said, I closed my first deal thanks to you.
Oh, I was only a 2. My information was only a 2. You're the real MVP. You're the real MVP.
I was trying to see where he was going.
Hey, you're the real MVP. It was all you. You just used the tools available to you. But congratulations, man.
All right, this is on Instagram. Is it mandatory to have more than one buyer just in case the deal falls through? I'm thinking they said it.
No, it's not mandatory. You know, it don't hurt none. You know, obviously, if you marketed a deal and multiple buyers will contact you, that's a great thing, right? And that's an opportunity, if you don't already know them, to add them to your buyers list for future deals. Oh yeah, that's what you want.
All right. Anye Bledsoe said, okay, I think someone made a fake YouTube acting like they're you.
Really?
Send us the link.
Send us the link, darling.
I think someone made a fake YouTube acting like you. That's probably where she got the she's saying, you know, when she asked the question about
the WhatsApp thing, yeah.
Yeah.
How would they do?
Yeah, send us the link.
Who
DM us
when they acting
the link.
like me, what does that
so we
mean?
can make a video and tell everybody
Hey.
report them as spam.
Is that my what they call it?
Doppelganger.
What is it called?
Doppelganger.
Doppelganger. Say it again.
Doppelganger.
Doppelganger.
Ganger.
Spell that.
Doppleganger.
Look at
Try
that, Ramsey.
somebody else.
Look at that, Ramsey. They would be so proud of you.
Okay. Jeanette Logan said, where do we find the off-market deals?
Jeanette, hey, that
everywhere.
baby girl, that's what this marketing is
Right.
all about. But it's called marketing and advertising. The deals find you because they either saw your message or received the message from you that you buy houses. That's how. That it's all about generating daily leads, bandit signs, direct mail, cold calling, driving for dollars, door knocking, text messaging. What else I say? Other wholesalers.
All of that.
Yeah, all that and above. It's about generating leads. That's the name of the game of this business. There's no secret. People always say where I start first. Well, assuming you educate yourself. After you've educated yourself, how am I going to generate leads? Based on my resources, my time, and who I am as a person, right? That's it. No secret, no magic wand. Just the magic wand. It's just for mics or whatever. They ain't gonna do nothing but just let me talk through it. But yeah, that's it.
Okay, let's see. Laverne Smith said, where's my $1,000 flip man?
Hey, STEMI, text the word STEMI to 205-964-5243. We're going to give away the first one, big one, on June 3rd.
All right, this is on Instagram. What is the best way to begin virtual wholesale?
Well, you're going to do the exact same things you would do if you were trying to wholesale locally. So the first thing you need to do is identify the market you want to target. And hopefully it's a market that either you already have someone there that you have a relationship. It could be a friend, a family member. If not, then you're going to need to network with another wholesaler or possibly a real estate agent. So that's the first thing. You got to get someone to help you with boots on the ground to do some of the grunt work where you need to be there, but you can't. So.
All right. This is also on Instagram. If I find a house on Zillow, do I skip trace it and call the seller, or do I call the agent? That always confused me.
Well, if the house is for sale on Zillow, it's either going to be for sale by owner or it's going to be listed by a real estate agent. Now, the way Zillow is set up, when you're scrolling down, other agents are advertising on that page. Don't get confused with that. You always want to look for listed by, it'll say agent or say listed by owner. You don't want to call any of those numbers unless you see that, right? But if you're targeting those type of properties, the number is right there. But if you're just talking about a property that's on Zillow, they're all on Zillow for the most part. It'll say off market or it'll say for sale. If it says for sale, again, it's going to be either an agent or for sale by owner. Which that's one of the tougher ways to find deals for, especially for newbies, but it can be done. So.
All right, Bob K from YouTube said, what do you say to those who say wholesaling is unethical because wholesalers don't always have the ability to buy the house?
Well, Tyrone ain't gonna say nothing because who's the ethic police? Number one.
Period.
Number one. Number two. So if I go to Wells Fargo, they approve me today for a loan. We'll say that we're going to close on June 30th, right? But in that time frame, my credit drops. And when they pull the credit again, before they decide to do the loan, they say they can't do it and I can't buy it, then am I unethical? What's the difference? They keep my earnest money. That's what happens. Right. You know what I'm saying? They keep my earnest money.
Right.
It's still somebody else's money.
I feel like whenever people don't do stuff the way they think you're supposed to do it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They think, oh, it's a scam. That's against the law. That's unethical.
Yeah, it's business. Yeah. Even with a cash buyer, they will back out if they were dealing with the actual seller. If they say, hey, I don't want to buy this house anymore. That's unethical? No, they call that business.
Right. And the main people who made the rules, they real unethical.
Yeah, like who's the ethic police? I ain't doing nothing illegal. So, no, not saying you got to always be doing something illegal to be doing something quote unquote wrong, right, or whatever. I ain't saying that by no means. I'm just talking about in this world of business. No, I couldn't perform. That's business. You go to hey, or if, when I'm consuming some bad calories, and when I go to Burger King, it's just so hard to find a Burger King and get some good fries. And then when I opened my bag, I didn't get all the way home, and the fries have been refried and they cold. Is that unethical? No, it's just bad business. Oh, just be devastated. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, I went got one of them garbage Impossible burgers the other day, and they
Stay trying that.
huh? Well, I actually like them because I be wanting a hamburger taste or whatever. So that I'll just from Burger King. Every now and again I just because I want a hamburger taste because I don't eat them, but it's close enough or whatever. So so they've had problems of having employees. You never they so they got to sign up there. Burger King is most of the fast food restaurants, they make a lot of money through on their breakfasts, but they say they're only open from 11 to 8. And so when I got to the window, she appeared to be a man. I said, what's going on y'all hours or what? She said, can't get nobody to work, and the ones that here, they ain't doing nothing or whatever. I was like, wow, that's amazing to me. And when people say I can't find a job, blah, 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 I know it ain't the most glamorous thing, but what's half a zero? Huh?
The money that they pay a lot of them people though at them jobs, you can't do shit with that money anyway.
But what's half a zero?
I mean, absolutely is nothing but
But what's half a zero?
half a zero is zero.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
when you got unemployment checks coming,
But that's gonna run out. You got to be pro.
You know what I'm saying?
We're assuming under normal times.
Yeah.
We're assuming under normal times. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Or if people doing their own thing now, like a lot of people starting their own.
I get that
businesses
too.
and stuff now with COVID.
I get
So
that
it's
too.
like, why
But
would
if
I
some people
slave?
just ain't doing nothing, I'm just telling you. And they sit around and complaining. Is my point. I ain't talking about the ones trying to do something. Them the ones I ain't talking about. I'm talking about they ain't doing nothing, just complaining.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? What's half a zero?
No. Okay. Ungay Bledsoe, I see the comment you put where you said that's the link, but I can't see the link on our end. So text it to us.
Yeah, text the link to us.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
This one's from Joy Martin. They said, I texted the seller through batch leads and I asked for peace. 2 days later, her realtor called me with that info. I'm in Philly. I'm using your D later now, trying to figure out if I'm doing the ARV.
All right, now if an agent, so is it listed? So when you Google the address, is it for sale online?
But I believe so because she said she's working with a realtor.
Yeah, so if it's online, what was the last part of that? I'm in Philly. I'm using your dealer later now, trying to figure out am I doing the ARV? Yeah, you can submit it over to comps101.com and we'll send you back what we think the ARV. Now, Philly is a little tricky because there are a lot of row houses there. And you could change blocks and the prices can escalate, dramatically from my understanding. So we'll try to do our best on it. So.
All right. Big K said, how many deals has Flipman closed this month for motivational purposes only?
I don't know. Good question. We generally don't answer those, but good question. 1,000.
Bye.
All right. You ain't gonna answer it. This is on Instagram.
38.
I'm guessing they're
I'm
asking
hungry.
if they're right on this. Are you the investor's eyes and you get paid for it?
Am I what?
Are you the investor's eyes and you get paid for it? I'm guessing they trying to understand wholesaling.
Oh, okay. They're trying to understand just how do you get paid?
No, I'm thinking they're trying to understand what wholesaling is. Are you in the investor's eyes?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, somewhat. Basically, what you are is you're a great deal locator, right? You find great real estate deals. From that point, you tie them up quote unquote, with a contract, a purchase and sales agreement. Cash buyers will buy that contract basically. It's done through an assignment fee, or you can do a double close. So they basically are going to pay you to get out of the way of them buying the property. But you can do that over and over again. So if you want to look at it investor eyes, I guess you could say it that way.
All right. This is also on Instagram. I've been watching all your videos since yesterday, learning about comps now.
Good. Oh, that statement. Okay, good. Great.
Okay. All right. Somebody, they just making statements. They say half a zero is zero, half of a dollar is 50 cents, and I can't pay bills. See, this is just go up and read this. All right. This person said, I started at Steak and Shake, then moved up each job. Beggars can't be choosers.
You got doggone right. That's my point.
I can't. Ken don't even be reading all the comments. She said anything is better than nothing. To use that money to start something small. Yeah, but still, I don't want to call it out because
on one of my favorite shows, what is it called? Snowfall. And like one of the first few episodes, the main character, Franklin Saint, he was working in this convenience store, right? And I think it was back in the 80s, so they were only paying like $2 to $3 an hour, right? And so the little chick that lived next door to him, asked, "Why are you working up in here?" Blah, blah, blah. And guess what he told her? He said, whatever the man's name was, it was an Asian guy. He is paying me to learn how to run a business, because he would leave him there by himself, the store by himself or whatever. Mentality, man. You know what I'm saying? Mentality. He is paying me to learn how to run a business.
Mm. If you change your perspective, you'll change your whole life.
Yeah, that's it. If you're at Burger King, you seeing how that operation, do you know that system that they have in place makes billions? And I say you want to be in the restaurant business, but you can just understand systems and how people should be managed or whatever. And you're making money at the same time. Hey, I know I'm talking and whatever y'all think I got going on, fine, whatever it is. Trust me, I didn't work there before, not at Burger King, but at McDonald's. I didn't have the I didn't have the mentality I had now, but I was happy to have it because it was helping me pay for my car that I love, my 1984 Renault Encore. Not that one. No, that was years later. But I was happy to have that. Was total. I wasn't even thinking about no entrepreneurship or none of that stuff then. Didn't even know that existed. Just didn't even think that was real. So, but anyway.
All right, you're back on topic now. Yeah. Which one is better, on market or off market deals?
Off market. You can control the narrative.
All right. Can you target properties out of your city?
Yes, it's called virtual wholesaling.
Outside of your city.
Yes, you can.
All right, let's go back up. Okay, so Joy Martin said that the property she was talking about is not listed.
Okay, good. Okay, well, they probably just got a realtor friend or whatever involved in the transaction. What the realtor wanted to know?
You
don't remember?
Let's see. I'm scrolling back up. She said 2 days later, the realtor called me with that info. She had wanted some pictures. And then
okay, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. Still going to boil down to how great of a price it is or whatever. Mm-hmm. Again, we'll help you with that ARV. We'll try to. So if you submit it over today, any of those submitted over the weekend, we don't get back to those until Monday, or after a certain time on Friday. So.
All right, BJ Johnson said, "Good afternoon, time."
What's happening, BJJ?
Eric Carney said, "Cold fries is unethical, man. I'd sue them."
Oh my gosh, terrible.
Terrible.
But I know people that they'll sit there and just pound down cold fried. I'm like, oh, that was a waste of calories. Oh my God.
So Clarencia,
potatoes gonna be the death of me.
Clarencia Hudson said, "What's the most important thing to keep in mind when trying to determine the ARV for a property when the numbers are all over the place?
Well, ideally, you're trying to hone in on the properties that are closest to it. You're not crossing any main streets. Sometimes that's not possible. So at that point, you have to do nearest and best. And it's also better if you have to go back beyond a year than to cross a main street. But that also can be a bad thing as far as wholesaling, because that means there's not allowed activity right there by that house. So it's, it can be all over the place sometimes, trying to figure out, hey, is this even an opportunity I need to pursue or not? So,
All right.
normally there's a reason why there's not any transactions going on in an area.
All right. Big K said, is the 70% rule good to use in Florida?
Most of Florida. It may be a little higher in South Florida, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Fort Lauderdale area, whatever, and beyond. But for the most part, yeah.
All right. Joy Martin said, what's the website again about where to send the address to?
Comps101.com. COMPS101.com. It's right here on the board.
All right. Shan B said, do you offer mentorship?
Yes, ma'am, I do. You could text me and I will get into, what the freight is on that. Yeah, but yes, ma'am, we do.
All right. Cass from YouTube said, hi, Flip family. Please bring back the original theme song. My little daughter don't sing or dance for daddy with your new song. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I gave her an option today, and
I picked the new song today.
Yeah.
We play it occasionally, so maybe we'll play it on the way out.
We'll play it on the way out. Get your daughter. We'll play it. So stick around. We'll play on the way out.
Get your daughter.
She already. I'm sorry, yeah, but yeah, we'll play it on the way out. Yes,
All
for
right.
her. What's her name?
Oh, did you ask her?
No. Go ahead.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Okay. Oh,
Hey, that mic just working out for y'all. Look at you, just got it propped up on the table. What that boy? Huh? Oh, I didn't think of it. I said I didn't. Yeah, I didn't.
your boy.
But I bought this. Hey, I bought this. These tubes are perfect for it.
Oh, his daughter's name is Bianca.
Bianca, we will play the original intro when we head out for B.
All right,
Bianca.
this is on Instagram. I finally made my first few phone cold calls 2 days ago. It took me several months to build up the nerves to do so. What a breeze! I should have done this a long time ago.
It ain't gonna all be easy. Claire sent me, Clarissa, your husband on here, Claire, call her Claire. She sent me a screenshot this morning on a text message. And somebody said, what did he say? I don't know how he determined that she was, well, that don't mean, but anyway. I think he said just F you, N-word.
Oh, wow.
That was through a text message. Now, people are more comfortable doing that through text than even actually talking to you in most cases or whatever. So,
What?
yeah, that's what he said.
Well, dang. I just got called an effing scammer.
Yeah, you got all soft.
All right, what's the best types of lists to call?
Man, so many types of lists that you can call. I don't know if there's a best. I can tell you what I prefer. I don't know if that's considered best. And then what are you using to build a list? Now, mine is going to come from the perspective of Digulator, aka PropStream, on how I build my list. I normally do free and clear, non-owner occupied, which means absentee, residential single family, not listed on MLS, individual, as far as ownership type, individual. I want them to have owned it for at least a year, and boom. You can do out of state, out of county, if I just keep it open to wherever they live.
All right, what was your first job?
My first job? What do you consider a first job like?
What's the first job you had?
Well, that you get taxes taken out or like just doing anything? The hay job, the hay thing I was talking about the other day, hauling hay. My cousin and I, his name is Gifford, Gifford. We call him Gip, GIP, or whatever. He and I, 12, 13 years old. This guy used to come, older guy used to come pick us up. He had a large farm or whatever, and he had this thing that would bundle up hay, but it needed to be put onto a trailer. And so he and I were not strong enough to pick up one bundle by ourselves, so we'd have to pick it up together. I explained it the other day or whatever, and we worked all day, 95 plus degree weather for $20. $20 each. $20 each. So that's the first job. Now
For the whole day.
for the whole day, $20. And was glad to get it.
All right, this is on TikTok. How to start with 10K. What would be my first 3 steps?
He said, you got 10K? Oh my God. That's a lot of bread. That's a lot of bread to start with. That's a lot of bread to start with. The first thing you want to do, I'm assuming you're going to educate yourself, right? Now you can tackle my content for free, so you don't have to spend any money just educating yourself. So now you can get Deal Later, the 5-day free trial prop stream. You can get batch leads. You can do the skip trace. So you got enough money to add on all those tools in the beginning, right? So you have to choose how you want to market.
A distraction.
I just don't want to spill in my laptop. But you need to blow them this way. Don't you just do like this? Let me see it. They love distracting me. You know it don't take much.
That's just.
And so
And you really looking at it.
what am I answering here?
He has 10K.
Oh, 10K. So anyway, so you need to choose a couple of ways of marketing, man. So you'll probably be out of $2,000. I wouldn't go heavy like with direct mail or Facebook ad or Google ads. I would do that after you do a deal or whatever. But so about $2,000 of that you'll spend to get some marketing going after you educate yourself, and you're in the game, man. You shouldn't have to touch that again. You shouldn't have to. There you go.
All right, this person on TikTok, I need a good market, been in the business since February and not one deal, just contracts.
Oh, wow. So it sounds like you got enough activity going on, right?
It's a different person.
I know. You got enough activity going on. It sounds like you may not either one or two or a combination of the two going on. You're not negotiating really good, great deals, and or something that's broken in your chain of promoting your properties for cash buyers. It's going to be one or two of those, or a combination of them, although maybe both of them. Right? So.
Okay, back to the person that had 10K. He said, I have my real estate license, no sales yet. I guess you want to dib and dab into wholesale. So.
Yeah, man, you just, man, you need, I ain't gonna say you need to. I recommend that you got to get your marketing game up. That's too much money that you're not talking to people every day. You got enough money, more than enough money to be generating daily leads where people call you. That simplifies this business. I don't want to say ease makes it easy, but it really simplifies this business when people are calling you and saying, hey, I got a house for sale. It really simplifies the business. Don't confuse simple with easy, because, you know.
All right. PWP513 from YouTube said, what's up, Footman? What dialer system do you use?
I've used a different one in the past, but I'm associated with Batch, and theirs is pretty good. We're not currently doing cold calling, so Batch dialer. You could text me, and I'll be glad to send you the link on it or whatever. So.
Okay, Vern Nelson said, I have a list of about 50 houses from driving around finding vacants. What's the best tool to find owners and the most effective way to contact them?
You say, I have a list of about 50 houses from driving for $100. What's the best tool to find on? Okay, well, boom, there you go. All right, so if you text me on the number, 205-964-5243, I did a video recently on how you determine who's that vacant owner, right? Then you'll need to skip trade. You can do it with that particular tool that I'm going to recommend. There's another one also, skip to flip, that you can use. And then how you contact them, that's such a small number. I suggest that you use the CRM, sign up for the CRM also. So text CRM to the 205-964-5243. And now you can contact them through the CRM. As I said, you can contact them through text message, voicemail, email, and through phone call, and the phone calls will be recorded. So now you have something you can go back and refer back to. But basically, it's keeping you an audio note of your actual conversations with the seller. So.
All right. BJ Johnson said, good afternoon, Ty. What do you think about states trying to make wholesaling illegal? This is a pretty frequently asked question. And trying to make investors get a license. How would you work around that? I'm in Oklahoma.
Just have to see what the landscape is, man. You know what I'm saying? It exists in Illinois and Kansas right now. I think Oklahoma may be soon to be or whatever. See, I would be one of the ones. Probably, I ain't telling everybody because a lot of people, tests are easy for them. They're not that easy for me, and whatever. So I would be one of those. I would find a struggling broker or an agent. Gonna be plenty of those. Just like my man said with the 10 grand, he still hasn't done a deal yet. That's a struggling broker. That would be someone you could partner with, right? And so he has the license. So when you all put a property on a contract and say you are wholesaler, you're gonna make 20 grand. Each time you put a property on a contract, you go register a domain name. That's the dealulator.com or whatever the name of your website. In this case, 123mainstreet.com, whatever the street address of the property. Okay, you can get that registered anywhere from $1 to $12, right? That's nothing. And then you can build a free website on Wix.com or Weebly or one of those free web building services. Put pictures and photos of the property there. And when you all close on it, you sell him the website for your portion of the deal. So you're going to make 20 grand on it. Y'all going to split it 50-50. You sell that website to them for $10,000. That's legal. That's legal. They can do whatever they want to. Once that realtor gets that money, they can do whatever they want to with it. So paying you as their partner, they buy that website. That's how they pay you. Somebody tell me that's illegal. Tell me it's illegal for an agent to buy a website for whatever price they want to. That's what I would do.
All right, back to the guy, or it might be no, the lady that that's been doing this since February and hasn't gotten a deal. She says she's been doing it in Georgia and South Carolina. So does she need to negotiate better?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it sounds like you're generating activity, which you're way ahead of where you need to. Well, you're far into the game because obviously you have the ability to. Number one, people are wanting to sell. I would like to know how. Well, let me actually, if she can answer how she's getting those leads. But you're at least in the negotiation process with people. That's all you can ask for. Everything else is just a numbers game. You're a horrible no negotiator. Probably, I don't know, but your issue may be that you're not doing your ARVs correctly, and you're just not getting them cheap enough. Just period. You're not getting them cheap enough. Just because they want to sell and you can put it in a contract, that doesn't mean it's a deal that you can wholesale. The numbers still have to work. Now, I said, I don't know that's the situation. I would like to look at some of the, if she can give us an example, like an ARV and a price that she has on the contract, give a couple of examples. I can tell you, what I think from there, assuming, the numbers she give me is correct. Numbers.
All right. Have you guys invested in the Chicagoland area yet?
No, but again, would love to. But that was Illinois is one of those states. Illinois is one of those states.
All right, Red Sona Productions asked, will wholesaling real estate become illegal in Alabama?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I don't know everything. Hey, that doesn't scare me. That just let me know it's gonna weed out a lot of people, right? And trust me, even if I have to hire an attorney to go over whatever thing they put on the book, I say, well, how we get around this legally? That's what I would do. I wanted to happen.
Right. Big K said, "Why does Prop Stream not have text blasting?"
Just not a lane they want to go down. They don't have a CRM. It's not a lane that they want to. They just don't want to go down that road to date. That may change, but from my understanding, it's not anything they're interested in.
Okay, Isaiah.
But my guys at Batch Leads do it. So hey, text the
Check
flip.
out Batch Leads. Isaiah Pearson from Facebook said, "What's up, Flip Man? I'm digging the new mic.
Hey,
It
wait a
looks
minute.
like
Hold on. I'm sorry.
you did.
You need more than one wrench to fix a car. Different tools. You need more than one tool to repair a car. Look at it that way. You got Batch Leads, you got Prop Stream. You use both. We use both, and a couple others.
Okay. Isaiah Pearson from Facebook said, "What's up, Footman? I'm digging the new mic. It looks like you can go upside somebody's head with."
What?
That's how you do it.
All right, this person on
Adrian came up with the idea just within minutes, but I do, I perfected it. Hey, it's just like let me give you what's a good example. BlackBerry started basically the smartphone, but Steve Jobs took it to another level. It's like basically changed the world. Basically. That's why we exist right now on TikTok and Instagram, because of that very smartphone. Just because somebody started it doesn't mean the next person doesn't take it to the next level or whatever. So,
all right, this is on TikTok. If I'm doing a deal with another wholesaler, can the property be quit claimed?
you can go down there. If you got a buyer that wants to do it that way, roll with it or whatever. Some people, they like to get down like that. Most don't, but yeah, if you're gonna still get paid and they want to deal in that arena, yeah. But that's not in most cases, the proper way to complete a real estate transaction where someone's buying, transferring ownership rather.
All right, this person just joining. They said, "What's the difference between getting a real estate license and this you're teaching, sir? Thank you."
That's what they said. Okay. Okay. A realtor, we sort of went through this. Well, that yesterday, 2 days ago. That was 2 days ago. Okay. A real estate agent needs a license because they're not actually buying the house. They're not using a document saying they're buying the house. A real estate agent needs a license because they are representing a seller that wants to sell and or a buyer that wants to buy. That requires a license in any state. As a wholesaler, you are an investor that is a principal interest within a deal because you are using a purchase and sales agreement. But that purchase and sales agreement doesn't give you ownership, but it does give you the right, unless it says it doesn't, to assign that contract over to someone else for a fee. That's the difference, if that makes sense. One of them needs a license because they are not saying, or they're not putting a document in place saying they're buying it. A wholesaler is. That's why one needs a license and one doesn't. They sound alike because in reality, you're both middleman. It's just the paperwork. It's just the paperwork that makes you different. I try to explain things on street level as possible. I don't know if I'm accomplishing that now. Y'all think so? It's the paperwork that makes you different.
All right. Can I purchase a home with a bad
switch from this tab and community.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So what was the question?
All right, this person asked.
Okay, you buy a house with bad credit.
And low money down.
Yes, you can. You can. But you can't go to a bank or a mortgage company and buy, right? You're going to have to find an owner of a property that is willing to act as the bank and let you pay them directly for the house. It's called owner financing. Through wholesaling, if you learn to wholesale, number one, you're going to be able to make money, a substantial amount of money if you're successful with it. But also you'll be presented with opportunities where the numbers don't work as far as a wholesale deal, but they would entertain owner financing where no bank is involved, your credit won't matter. Sometimes they'll do it with no down payment. And some of those individuals be tired landlords. They're tired of the actual landlord part of it, but they still would love to have the cash flow. That presents an opportunity to wholesalers or real estate investors where that person will hold a note. They'll act as the bank because now if they deed the property over to you, they just taking the landlord part of it out of it. When the roof leaks, you don't call them, you call a roofer. When the plumbing, the toilet is stopped up, you don't call them, you call a plumber, right? Just like when you got a loan from Wells Fargo or Bank of America, or whoever is for the mortgage on a house, when the roof leaks, you don't call Wells Fargo, you call a roofer. When the toilet stops up, you don't call because it's your house. Same thing. So you take the landlord out of it for that tired landlord. You just pay, they just act as the bank. Did that make sense? So.
All right, this is also on TikTok. The sellers are going crazy in the market because people are buying their homes for 30 to 50K over market. How do we get around that for good deals with nice numbers?
You're not targeting those same people. We mentioned this earlier. That's the real estate agent world. It's good for you because if you find a great deal, cash buyers will pay more than what they normally would pay because of that frenzy. That's great for you. For us, they'll overpay. We target properties that are not visibly for sale, but in somebody's head. Until they see a message of yours to say, we buy houses, or they receive a message or see a message of yours. That's why it's so important, as I talk ad nauseum about it, you're marketing your butt off, daily, generating daily leads in some form or fashion. That's it.
All right. Tarab from YouTube said, "Sup, Flip Man, how do you get someone under contract over the phone or out of state? Facts. Also, what if you intend on offering a lower price afterward?"
Well, he said, how do you get someone on the contract? Oh, it's simple, email. You got the internet, email.
Okay.
Now, everybody didn't have email, so the next option would be probably fax. If they don't have access to that, the old reliable, I don't know how reliable it is, but, well, UPS or FedEx. Even the USPS, the United States Postal Service.
Mm-hmm.
So email first, fax, then the mail.
Okay, so what if you intend on offering a lower price afterwards? You can't after you got it under contract, can you?
Well, yeah, if you've already sent them the contract, I hope,
Yeah.
what do you say? What do you intend on offering a lower price after? Well, if they sign the contract, you sign it, then you can go back and ask them for a less amount, but you still gonna have to send it to them again the same way, however you sent it to them before. So if you have to mail it back out again or email or fax, however you send it before, you have to send it out again.
That's all I got.
I think we've been rolling pretty good here.
Wait a minute.
Huh? What you got?
Okay, this is on TikTok. I have leads, but majority of them are occupied. How do you handle leads that you are having trouble tenants?
Well,
With trouble tenants?
Well, a lot of that's going to come to, that's going to come with the territory, and it's really going to be that now because a lot of people haven't been paying rent. and all of those moratoriums are about to expire, right? So you just have to handle it. If it's a great deal, you just got to handle it, right? If it's a bad tenant, don't want nobody to get in there, then that seller's going to have to give you a price to justify sight unseen, because they can be made to leave. Ideally, you'll try to be nice and reach out to them, see if you could pay them to leave. Not always will work, but again, the more trouble the tenant is, the cheaper you need to be getting it. Beyond the numbers that the calculators say, you need to be getting a lot cheaper than that, because now your buyers are going to have to buy it with a troubled tenant and sight unseen in most cases.
All right. All right. This is on Instagram. If this person, I guess, is their third time trying this, starting over, any advice for them?
It's all about marketing. What are you doing to generate daily leads? That's it. Ask yourself, what are you doing to generate daily leads? You have to choose a lane and stick to it, period, based on what your resources are to fund it and your time to put into it.
All right, this is the last one. This is also on Instagram. Hey, Flip Man, will you be able to do the wholesale and housing without meeting the buyer, or sell virtual?
What's the question?
Sorry. Hey, Flip Man, will you be able to do the wholesaling houses without meeting the buyer or seller, like virtual?
Well, yeah, that's virtual. You just need, again, ideally, you need someone to represent your interests, whether it's a friend, family member, another wholesaler, or maybe in a real estate agent in that market or whatever. So, all right, guys. So again, you can win $1,000. You can text the word STEMI to the 205-964-5243. If you want the contract, the script, need to build a cash buyers list, trying to determine who the owner is, the vacants. You can text all those words there. What else we got? The text messaging, text the word text. The CRM, you want the contract, you want the closing detail sheet, you want to join the group, all of that, you can text the number, we'll get you going. So again, we're going to give away the money on next Thursday, the 3rd. So share this. You want to increase your chances of winning? Bring someone else in with you, a family member, partner, whoever, and get them to text it also. STEMI, STIMMY. Text it to the. Well, you only text one. They're only going to count for one. The phone number is only going to count for one, right? That's why you can get other people, that to do it also. Ideally, it'll be someone that's interested in real estate also, right? And so make sure if you didn't get your question answered, post it in the comment section of any video. I answer those on a daily basis. These will go into replay mode pretty much immediately on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, or whatever, so you can watch them again if you want to share this with someone. So I hope everyone has a great weekend. Happy Memorial Day. Happy M Day. And what else?
We're playing the old school song.
And we're going to play the old school song for Bianca. This is for you, Bianca.
Bye, y'all.
Flip man, it's the flip man. Flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.